中共20大16日开场，习近平当天发表演讲时，外界注意到他花了近2小时做20大政治报告，而且只挑重点读，并没有读完整个报告内容。同时，他讲话过程还频频轻咳，多次喝水润喉，引发外界关注。CNN 说这些举动令人担忧。日本电视台 NHK 海外频道在报道中共20大新闻，则瞬间遭到盖台。中共20大全国代表大会16日登场，英国有香港人组织了一场抗议。10月16日英国时间下午2点半，大约60名香港人在英国曼彻斯特市中领馆外举行和平集会。突然有多名佩戴防护装备的中共领事馆人员从馆内冲出，抢夺集会使用的大型漫画，并围殴持漫画者，引发外媒关注。影片也在推特流出。10月16日，中共20大在海内外抗议声中开幕。从央视画面可见，多名中共前常委缺席。张高丽则在陷入性侵丑闻后首次现身。中共不戴口罩的特权模式也在这次会议上引起关注。会场内几乎所有代表都戴着口罩，但在第一排就坐的主席团常委没有戴，被认为是特权操作。中共20大10月16日开幕，在此前的数月内，中共以20大维稳为由，在全国范围内大面积绑架骚扰法轮功学员。对此，美国前宗教自由大使布朗巴克10月14日在接受大纪元记者影片采访中表示，中共对所有的宗教信仰宣战，对自己人民的所作所为是邪恶的。新唐人亚太电视整理报道。
Package price of lull to sleep service is over $2,500. Insomnia is now gaining a foothold after Chinese people went through many stressful periods due to the raging COVID pandemic. It has caused many special services, such as lull to sleep, to begin to bloom in this country. As reported by Chinese media, types of services commonly include text and voice. Each service contains blind boxes, town stores, and other packages. The blind box package is generally about $1.40 to $2.80, or 10 to 20 yuan, for 15 minutes. The price tag of a monthly sleep coaxer package is as high as $2,500 a month. When the price has been agreed upon, the coaxer will help the customer fall asleep by singing, telling stories, reading the news, and so on. If the customer has not fallen asleep after 10 minutes, the order needs to be renewed. In addition to sleep coaxers, there are many sleep aids in China, such as smart sleep devices, aromatherapy, etc. At the same time, there are various sleep aid apps, such as Snail Sleep, Koala Sleep, Meditation, and more. Viral video of crying boy trying to teach his younger sister math. Recently, a video of a boy bursting into tears and arguing with his younger sister because of her stubbornness while doing math homework excites everyone. As reported by SCMP, with 8 million views on Douyin alone, the video of the boy in tears quickly became a trending topic online. The mother from Liaoning province shared in the video that she had previously taught her daughter math. However, she could not contain her anger when her daughter was stubborn and wanted to do things her way. Her 12-year-old son later suggested that the mother must be calmer and gentler when teaching her younger sister. He then offered to replace his mother with this task. As a result, the two children started arguing over the solution to a math problem. Images of parents losing patience while teaching their children to study have become commonplace in China. Some parents have even hurt themselves out of frustration. According to Chinese media, a father in Hangzhou broke the bones in his right hand earlier this month while teaching his son homework. It was caused when he became angry and thumped his hand on the desk.
各位代表，中国共产党第20次全国代表大会现在开幕。
中共第20次全国代表大会在北京召开，共2340名代表和特邀代表到场，上一届政治局常委全部到场。习近平在报告中总结了他过去10年任期取得的所谓成就，并提出未来的工作任务和目标。
我们要坚持以人民安全为宗旨，以政治安全为根本，以经济安全为基础，以军事科技文化社会安全为保障，以促进国际安全为依托，统筹外部安全和内部安全。
他所说的国家安全，不是说这14亿人的安全， 而是说是他这个党的安全，顶多是他9千万党员的安全。事实上呢，9千万党员里面，很多人也只是一个陪衬，真正决定这个党的政策的、党国家经济命脉的，是那么几百个家庭、一小撮既得利益阶层。
报告中，所谓改革开放出现的次数比以往少很多，安全一词出现50次，其中国家安全17次，斗争第17次。自由亚洲电台引述学者温志刚表示，斗争似乎取代了改革，安全取代了开放。
但这一次呢，改革开放提得非常轻，然后呢，对经济发展这个词呢提得非常少。
此外，习在报告中再次提到坚持动态清零总方针。学者董立文认为，有些人推论中共明年3月会解封，他认为这太乐观。
具有毛泽东色彩的新词句叫做以党的自我革命引领社会革命，但什么是社会革命？只字未提，留下了令人不安的伏笔。口头版我看到的是从过去4年习近平、毛泽东路线的退却。不过习近平的讲话带有双面性有矛盾辩证，所以习近平是暂时性的退却还是真实的理性，还要看未来的每一个具体的政策来判断。
中国目前面临重重危机，包括人口老化、经济下滑、房地产不振、金融系统脆弱、防疫带来的次生灾害频传。几天前，在北京四通桥上发生了抗议事件，民众反对核酸，要人权。
推论说，未来中共它一定会解封的，很难推断具体的时间。中共还在考虑它的国内经济消费大循环跟国外消费开放的两难的问题。
西方媒体普遍预测，习近平将连任进入第3个任期。大纪元专栏作家王鹤认为，中共这个体制已经彻底腐烂，谁上台也无力回天。新唐人电视记者夏敦侯、洛亚刘芳、陈辉模采访报道。
坚持动态清零不动摇。
习近平的报告长1个小时44分，相比于19大长达3个多小时的报告，时间上大幅缩短。专家们对习近平的讲话做出总结。首尔延世大学的中国和东亚研究助理教授鲁约翰说，鉴于坚持越来越不受欢迎的清零政策所造成的经济和社会压力，习近平的讲话对许多中国公民来说是自我辩解，他讲话的中心概念是安全。香港大学金融教授陈志武认为，此次20大一个重大变化是不再强调经济发展和经济改革。他说，中共14大到19大每次都明确把发展经济作为党的中心任务，这次没有提到，而是强调全面发展。美国战略暨国际研究中心中国商务暨经济董事讲座高级顾问甘斯德说，习近平毫无歉意地为中国共产党目前处理国内和国际一切方式辩护。习近平希望中共朝着美国和西方截然不同的方向发展。与此同时，20大后的人事安排也备受外界关注。江泽民、朱镕基、罗干等多名中共前常委没有在开幕式现身，人们普遍预计69岁的习近平将在为期1周的全国代表大会结束时赢得第3个领导任期。在大会10月22日结束后的第2天，预计习近平将介绍他的新任政治局常委，谁将接任李克强出任总理也备受关注。此次中共20大是在海内外的抗议声中开场。在中共20大召开前，北京出现四通桥横幅抗议事件，被誉为新坦克人的挂横幅者彭载舟反对中共现在的防疫政策，要求争取民权和罢免习近平。据悉，他已被抓捕。相关视频迅速传遍海内外，中共则全网封杀消息，连日来海外声援声不绝。这也显示出中国民间对中共动态清零防疫政策的反弹很大，中国经济也处于几10年来未有的低谷。
也比较难，然后一个岗位就很多人卷了。我其中有一个就是他已经打电话让我第2天去面试，然后之后我面试的时候电话沟通之前，他跟我说就是这个岗位他刚放出来1天，然后已经收到了1000份简历，上千份简历。
有分析认为，20大是一个民众信心的转折点。目前中共已进入一个大型危机频发的阶段，看不见未来的中国人会越来越反对中共，直至中共解体为止。新唐人电视台记者严峰、瑞丽综合报道。
After Chinese developer giant Evergrande Group fell into a debt crisis in 2021, it quietly triggered a ripple effect across the country. According to the Wall Street Journal, Evergrande's financial woes have spread to the mainland real estate market and many related sectors. Companies in construction, manufacturing building materials, interior decorators, and many others Evergrande owes money to have absorbed large losses. Some of them were forced to lay off employees and delay paying their own bills. The chain reaction has occurred, though the Chinese regime has tried to prevent Evergrande from bankruptcy. China's real estate market has worsened this year, and now it is in a full-blown downturn, dragging on the economy. Rosalia Yao, a senior analyst at Gavical Dragonomics in Beijing, said, "It's no longer a matter of whether Chinese authorities can prevent a hard landing. The hard landing already happened." Yao added that the most painful period has only started this year, and that the full impact of the property downturn hasn't hit yet, and Evergrande's financial troubles have spilled over to customers. Many buyers used their savings to purchase unfinished homes built by Evergrande, and now they have been in limbo for more than a year. They are not sure when Evergrande will be able to deliver the houses. After Evergrande defaulted on its dollar debt at the end of 2021, investors largely stopped financing Chinese real estate companies in the dollar junk bond market. As a number of developers are unable to refinance debt, bond investors' losses continue to increase. Affected by an ailing real estate sector, many construction companies are struggling. Jiangsu Nantong Sanjian Construction Group, one of the largest construction companies in Jiangsu, once regarded Evergrande as its top customer. Nantong Sanjian suffered a large loss last year. The company has written off half of its receivables from Evergrande projects. It has declared a total write-off equivalent to more than $630 million to date. Nantong has also been sued by raw material suppliers and contractors for overdue debts, and banks froze its accounts as a result. The company's chairman, Youhui Huang, has been listed as a dishonest person in China's credit scoring system. There are other Evergrande victims. Shenzhen Grandland Group, a construction contractor, is reeling from Evergrande's liquidity problems. Its biggest client, Shenzhen Grandland, had to lay off some of its workers and had trouble paying its own suppliers. It was also taken to court this year by a provider of stainless steel. Interior decorator Suzhou Gold Mantis Construction Decoration Company had to write off the equivalent of $808 million of impairment losses from Evergrande projects. Paint supplier Three Trees Group, that used to count Evergrande as its biggest client, has written off about 2/3 of all its accounts and notes receivables from Evergrande. Furniture manufacturer Suo Feiya Home Collection Company also wrote down 80% of all accounts receivables due by Evergrande. Logan Wright is director of China Markets Research at Rhodium Group. He said, "They were just an outsized example of the larger financial imbalances building within the property sector in China."